Hello, Internet, and welcome back to the story Nook. We'll be reading more Chapter 2. This will make Part 5 of this. I'm not ashamed. I'm just taking forever to read things, and I'm reading them in smaller bursts right now. But this is where I left off from this morning in the video you got that was published on the 31st, so this one will probably come out the 1st. And I'm currently on lunch at my job. They're apparently complaining that I'm too slow at cleaning, but they're also coming in telling me, like, hey, you missed this, even though, like, I swept that area. It was just, I swept it hours before, and you want me to just do it once and then go outside and do shit. So I'm just like, do you want this shit clean or not? I don't know. I have some frustration today. A lot of frustration. So grab your tea, your water, your coffee, your cola, soda pop, your liquor, whatever it is you want to drink today, and we will continue onward with Villainess Level 99. Today was the second day of outdoor training. We were walking around the forest near the royal capital, but there were no signs of monsters yet. I was currently in the midst of receiving another helping of warnings from Patrick. Do not, under any circumstances, play the monster summoning flute. I've already been warned by the headmaster multiple times. I won't play it anymore, I assured him. You didn't bring it with you, did you? I paused. I did bring it, but you can trust me. No, we cannot. I promise I won't use the monster summoning flute, so can I at least carry it with me? I think it's fair since it's something I always have with me. I stuck my hand in my pocket and ran it along the object in question as I convinced myself I was right in my mind. You can't just burn down the forest because you're bored, all right? Lectured Patrick. I know, I'm here today as a healer. We finally arrived at the same clearing as the previous day of training. I was on standby, ready to use my recovery magic if necessary. But after some time, I found myself in the same position as last time. I'm so bored. I'm really liking Patrick so far. He's kind of like the straight man. Like, they're both too straight, very, like, she's very monotonous in her emotional range, especially in the anime. I like that she seems a little bit more emotional in the book so far from writing, based off, like, my imagination. But I like that he's, like, there to, like, ground her. He's just like, okay, you are, like, a level grinder, your brain is focused on this thing, and I just need you to be where the rest of the normal people are for a little bit. So, yeah. So, I'm liking this dynamic so far. I'm so tired of this. Maybe I could shoot some fireworks or something. Might as well go big or go home, right? I reached my hand up towards the sky before snapping back to reality. Oh, that was a close one. I'm supposed to be a healer of the battlefield. My provincial classmates were constantly defeating the sporadically appearing monsters, but it felt lacking comparison to the pandemonium that was in the previous session. There was something relaxed about the air around them, in my experience. These situations were the most dangerous because it's when people get complacent. Watch out! Oh! At the same moment that someone called out, the scream of a male student resounded across the clearing. The student was bitten by a wolf-type monster. His pants were shredded and blood was running down his leg. I know the feeling of blood going down my leg. I sympathize with you. Mostly not from injuries, just menstruation. Not fun. And it's always awkward. He was fighting in the vanguard. If he just hadn't let his guard down, I'm sure he could have handled it. Yes, I know. I'll be right there to heal it. I made my way toward the injured body and casted my recovery magic. The blood that was running down his leg was now wiggling like an amoeba back into him through the wound. Here we go. Good as new. It's all better now. Whoa. The previously wounded student and our peers had gone pale from watching the wound heal. That's weird. Aren't healers usually popular? That's besides the point. Healers are popular when it's just a pretty flash of light and, woo, injury no longer there. Grotesque horror movie in body gore is never appealing to most people. The average person does not find body. I don't find body gore appealing. In fact, it scares me. It's probably why I haven't. I tried watching Attack on Titan. The body gore was too much, and probably why I'm not gonna watch Chainsaw Man. Don't need all that blood in my life. I draw a line, and those two are they're beyond that line. That's beside the point. Right now, our problem is this relaxed atmosphere. We need to be more on edge. I retrieved the monster summoning flute from my pocket, but someone behind me reached over and grabbed it out of my hand. That is my phone ringing. I apologize. Spam calls. I turned to find an exasperated Patrick. I thought I told you not to use this, he reprimanded me. You shouldn't even be bringing it. It's dangerous just to have it around. The current situation is more dangerous, I explained. Isn't a certain level of tension needed to keep everyone alert? Everyone here has the skills to keep up. We didn't even have any injuries last time, so it would be even better if we could send everyone alone into dungeons. Better? That's absurd. It's ridiculous to suggest sending people into dungeons alone. He just negated my entire life. For the sake of my identity, I feel the need to thoroughly protest against Patrick. First of all, the current method is way too inefficient. It's wasteful for multiple people to be attacking a single low-level monster. I think we could be going up against monsters of a slightly higher level. Last time, even you said that the training method was inefficient, didn't you, Patrick? Well, that doesn't mean... Patrick was still not very receptive to my argument. I'm not saying we have to use the flute. I just want everyone to be a little more alert. Oh, how about this? I spoke slightly louder so that the other students could hear. What if we injure everyone on purpose and then we heal them with magic? I think if everyone understood the pain of getting hurt, they'll all be more on their toes. Oh, and don't worry about me. I'm pretty certain I can hold back enough not to kill anyone. Huh? Everyone was pale with shock at my suggestion. This is my chance. Okay, then let's vote, I exclaimed, shooting my arm into the air. Please decide between the flute or getting injured. The flute won the vote unanimously. I can't pronounce unanimously. Unanimously. That is what that word is. Unanimously. When I see this word unanimously, let me highlight it so you guys can also be more aware where it is on the screen. When I see this word, the way I was taught to break down words to read them is I go on and unanimously, but it's unanimously because it's you first and then nan, and it separates there. So, yeah. I always struggle with that word, so yeah. Hooray for democracy! While watching my classmates battle the herd of newly summoned monsters, I realized that I had spoken quite impolitely to Patrick. I guess I got a little heated, since it was about level grinding. As the son of a Margrave, Patrick was a higher rank than me, the daughter of a count. The standing of the Dogness family would go down if the Ashbotton family were to condemn us. Maybe that's not such a bad thing, considering what my family is like. The only problem was that the thought of Patrick disliking me made me sad. He constantly went out of his way to talk to me since I was always alone and was the only person to ever call my cursed-looking black hair beautiful. I kept finding myself looking at him. Currently, Patrick was fighting in the vanguard while commanding the entire group. He was using wind magic to deliver his spoken instructions to the other students. At the same time, he was using earth magic to stabilize the ground they were standing on. It was something I couldn't even dare to imitate. Patrick might have been a genius when it came to battling with a group of people. Wait, no. That's not what I should be focused on. I need to think about how to approach him after this. Yeah, that's something. Patrick is good with people. She is not. Balancing friend dynamic. I approve. The students defeated the herd of monsters with no injuries, as expected. Patrick was quickly surrounded by our classmates who were lauding him for his amazing performance, so unfortunately, it didn't seem like I could go up and talk to him. I ended up returning to the academy without talking to Patrick at all. It was already summer, but my heart felt like it was ice cold. What should I do? I sighed. If I just thought of it as returning to my post-entrance ceremony self, never speaking to Patrick again didn't seem so terrible. It doesn't seem so bad, yet I don't feel any better about it. As I stared out the window in the hallway, Alicia and Prince Edwin came to me as if to pour salt on my wound. Hey, I heard what you did, and about your evil doings during outdoor training, Prince Edward exclaimed. I heard you threatened everyone with your dark magic and forced them to fight a herd of monsters. I bet you were trying to kill someone and call it an accident. Who were you trying to kill? It seemed that the events of our group's training had been exaggerated to the prince. But I was aware that I had gone too far. And had no motivation to talk back to him. Someone who had most likely ratted me out to the prince, but it was to be expected. I heard you also have a horrible method of healing people, Alicia chimed in. And you were manipulating that herd of monsters, weren't you, Eumelia? Their voices of blame began to sound further than they actually were, and the colors of the world started to fade. Whatever, I really couldn't care less right now. I sighed before finally replying. Can we be done already? I said, raising my right hand over them, feeling extremely heavy. What are you doing with that hand? I felt like I was seeing things in black and white. I'll just stop them here and make my escape. I'll have to get some inconspicuous clothes straight away and then find an unpopulated route out of this kingdom. What's next? My head felt heavy and my thoughts wouldn't stop whirling. I had just decided to cast a spell to bind them here and leave, but then someone stepped in between us. The student that had been between us had gray hair, a color that I could recognize even in this black and white world I was currently seeing. Please wait, Your Highness. Patrick Ashbin, why are you defending Eumelia? Colors began to flood back into my world. Looks like my depressive episode is over. That was quick. It's true that Eumelia used the monster summoning flute, but she did so out of concern for the students whose defenses were down, Patrick explained. She shouldn't be at fault. Well, I guess she kinda is. Patrick's defense started to fizzle out. Yeah, you're right, I am at fault. I just couldn't stand seeing such ineffective level grinding. So I took some extreme measures. It was only natural that I was reprimanded. I couldn't believe the victim complex I was experiencing a few moments ago. Man, I was acting like the entire world had rejected me. Why was I worrying so much? But I will say this, Patrick piped up loudly. Eumelia's methods are somewhat popular with provincial aristocrats. She also hasn't gone against any of rules of the kingdom or the academy, so I would appreciate if you stayed out of this, Your Highness. After a long pause, the prince said, I'll go back for now. But that doesn't mean I approve of this. Let's go, Alicia. Prince Edwin had been overpowered by Patrick's strong wording, so he took Alicia with him and left, leaving me alone with Patrick. Oh, right, I still don't know if Patrick is mad at me for my impoliteness. It was weird, my watch was beeping. I can see the colors fading again. Not sure what those two things have to do with each other, though. That must have been rough for you, Eumelia. Thank you very much. But was it all right for you to say that to His Highness? I am the son of a Margrave, so the second prince hating me isn't a big deal. Also, are you not upset? I guess I'm more tired than upset. I just don't think he has enough self-awareness as a member of the royal family, he responded, complaining about the prince instead. Wrong person! I quickly corrected myself, causing an exasperated look to come over Patrick's face. You were worried about something like that? It's not like you're one of those big-headed centralists, so just speak to me in the way that's easiest for you. I won't mind. What do you mean? Something like that? Hierarchy is important to the aristocratic society. Is it really okay to just disregard it like that? You have other things you should be more concerned about, he clarified. Oh, that's what he meant. I understand now. Thank you. We have a pretty picture of her smiling. I think this is the first one where we actually get to see Eumelia smiling. Look at this pretty picture. Look at it. We finally get to see her smiling. Very shy, sweet child. Protect her at all costs, please and thank you. I will not forgive you if you cause her harm. How about that? Automatic zoom. There we go. But she's got a really nice smile. And I actually kind of like this school uniform. Patrick fell silent for a moment before speaking up again. It's rare to see you smile like that, he said, slightly tensed. I'm smiling right now. I guess I was pretty scared about being disliked by him. If possible, I'd like for us to be friends. But that's probably asking for too much. And this, I'm pretty sure, is going to be... Yeah, our next one is Jessica Monford. So... this is the end of chapter 2. Look, it only took 5 parts to make it here. But we'll leave you here. But this was chapter 2 of Villainess Level 99. I may be the hidden boss, but I'm not the Demon Lord by Satori Tanabata and illustrated by T. Look at that. We're making good headway. If you want to start this story over from the very beginning, I have a playlist on YouTube that you can find. I also have my light novel playlist and Reddit story playlist, depending on what it is you're interested in. So feel free to go check those out. Thank you everyone for being here and for listening. I do want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon and Ko-fi supporters who are tossing me $1 here or there so I can continue making videos and not have to worry so much about my bills, because I am about $400 short of my bills currently because of emergency car repairs that happen. So, yeah. So, thank you, Kaleidoscope Chick, Micah, and, it was Simply Something Sevens. But the other name that came with it was a Michael. So you guys are all awesome. You guys are wonderful. I hope you're all doing well. I recently tried, my husband, we went to a racetrack, and he found a Dr. Pepper flavored Jack Link's meat sticks, pretty much a Slim Jim. And for some odd reason, the bitch tastes like licorice and sweet meat. Meat should not be sweet. Not unless it's in shredded barbecue. That's it. But, yeah. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all staying hydrated and all that good stuff. So, yeah, thank you very much for being here, for listening, for watching, for the comments. Comments are great for the algorithm. My main YouTube channel is it's short on the watch time. If you guys are interested in listening to these while speed paints play, go do that, or seeing art videos. I'm currently working on anime reviews. I'm starting with the Pretty Cure series, and I have one on the Sailor Moon Star season. So yeah, feel free to check this out. You're all awesome, you're all wonderful, and I hope you have a good day. Bye!